刚刚游戏把直播带崩了，这边重开直播了，游戏没有崩，我们继续。
Can't be.
The Spammel must have found shelter. This way.
Okay. The Spammel saved us.
So we can forgive it for leaving us to die.
Agreed. Okay. Should be set for the night.
Sit. Tell me what adventures you and BD have had since we last saw each other.
Alright. Same as always. Fighting the Empire, helping out where we can. Not staying in one place too long. And, I think we might have found something special. A place where the Empire can't find us. But it would mean leaving the fight. And well, the fight is all I know.
Cal. Look into the fire. It will warm you. Keep you company on dark, lonesome nights, yes? But left unchecked, it will consume everything in its path until there is only ash. But on a cold night, like tonight, a warm fire is perfect. And the company is not so bad either.
I missed you, Marin.
And I you. I had to leave, Cal, in order to see the galaxy on my own terms.
What'd you find?
Myself. Reflected in all the places and people I encountered. Dathomir will always be my home, but it does not need to define me.
I never understood why you left. But sitting here now, it's clear you made the right choice.
You missed a spot.
Morning.
The weather has cleared. Let's go.
对了，他就是 主角一代从他的星球带出来那个法师，不是别人，就是他。想起来了，然后他的姐妹们在一代也是，一代的时候也是死的。
We'd better keep moving then.
一代的时候他就有提到他的姐妹们死了，但是还是可以回去陪他们。现在想起来了。应该没东西吧？耶，医药箱。不知道这代会有几个这个大宝箱。一代是只能拿到10个，这代可能会超过10个，因为到处都是。嗨，欢迎收看直播。
Heads up, BD. Well, we survived our first storm together.
Yes, we did.
I'm glad we got to see each other again. How long are you staying on Jeddah?
I don't know, but I am excited to see Greece. How is he these days?
Not bad. He opened up a cantina, Pyloon Saloon.
He named it after his great-grandmother.
Nothing's more important to Greece than family.
那边吗？这应该还跳不上去。直播又卡喽，等他一下。哎，好像只是卡一瞬间。
Hello, my friend. It's so very good to see you again.
他是那个可多法，
Master Cordova.
真的哎。
It's an honor. I never thought I'd meet you in person.
一代就是在追随他的研究成果。
Seers told me everything. You have demonstrated great bravery and wisdom in the face of overwhelming adversity. You chose well? Well, I wouldn't go that far.
The Empire has claimed the ruins. We'll have to find another rendezvous point.
Unfortunate. But at least the storm covered your tracks. Come, let me escort you inside.
Master Cordova, did you find the Zepho?
Only faint traces of their passage, heading deep into the unknown regions.
Sorry to hear that.
As it goes. Ultimately, that failure inspired me to seek out other Jedi survivors. That search led me back to my old apprentice. How have you been faring, Cal?
That doesn't sound good.
I've had a few scrapes, but I'm still breathing.
And I'm glad for it. I heard some news about a Jedi terrorist on Coruscant not long ago.
Well, the Mantis looks like it's seen better days.
You should see the other guys.
这边也直接有个机库停了台。直播怎么卡了？哦，没事，是我卡了。我的直播回放卡了。
This base is well hidden.
Yes. Well, the Empire's presence has grown these past years. They are much too strong to fight directly, but we do what we can.
You don't want to keep Seer waiting, do you?
Coming, Cal.
没差了，他不差这点时间。观众会想看卡夫卡吗？那就换回去吧。
That's not moving.
Cal, are you dreaming?
Sorry, coming.
我直播回放又卡了，这是我的问题还是网络问题？
It is critical, of course, that our work remains secret.
What work exactly?
Better to ask Seer yourself. Meanwhile, Marin and I will greet our new arrivals. So, how was the desert?
Cold, stormy, and too many Imperials.
Not my preferred weather forecast, but more common by the day. Where did you weather the storm?
A cave past the old market. Our Spammel friend showed us the way.
You've a habit for making new friends wherever you go.
A survival instinct, perhaps.
I intercepted some Imperial communications. Your reputation is growing.
Was there fear in their voices?
Quite a bit, yes.
Good. How are you feeling?
Better. That tea you brought me was wonderful.
好了。沙包。
I'll need to find a different way. Guess the platform isn't here. Can't use this lift from here. I guess the lift doesn't work from here.
看起来他没有开舱门。我走错路吗？啊？什么鬼
？Master Cordova and I will wait for Grease. Go speak with Seer.
你倒是让我进去啊
Reeves must be in the kitchen. We'll meet up with him later.
这里有其他路能走吗？这里不像是能过。
No lift platform here. Don't think I can call the lift from here.
我问号了，芝麻开门。不然是怎么进去？这个，哦 ，OK， 直播没卡很好。
Just keep trying. It's not like Brother Armai has to break contact. Cal Kestis.
你怎么变光头了？
Welcome to Jeddah. I knew the storm wouldn't deter you.
You're rebuilding the temple archives.
We're trying. As long as this knowledge remains, the legacy of the Jedi survives.
It's incredible. But something tells me there's more to this than just holobooks.
Yes. We're a part of a network, known as the Hidden Path. We provide safe passage and new identities to those who have been persecuted by the Empire.
Hunted by the Empire, like Jedi survivors?
Very few of us remain. But yes, and Force sensitives, and those who help them.
Why didn't you tell me?
You never asked. Besides, I hear you've been busy making yourself the Empire's most wanted.
I wanted to prove to the galaxy that the Empire isn't invulnerable. That you can resist. That you have to fight if things are gonna get better. But then they just listen to the propaganda and they pretend they're free anyways.
You chose a hard path.
And it hasn't made a difference.
Well, while the Empire's trained its eyes on you, we've been able to build the network, find allies, and save lives.
When you left, you just given up. What's wrong?
Cal, you were just a child when they sent you off to war. You know, there was a time when I remember that the Jedi were more than just weapons. But we both have our roles to play in this struggle.
Yeah, but that's why I'm here. Seer.
Well, you get a load of this. Hey, Seer, you can't say it ain't short on personality, but kind of creepy, though.
Well, it's good to see you too, Grease. Well, hello, BD.
Okay.
So, how was your time in the desert?
The storm covered our tracks, but the Empire destroyed one of your speeders.
It's a small price to pay for everybody's safe arrival. And who's this?
This is Bodo Kuna. He's a friend.
It's so nice to finally meet you.
This hunk of trouble. Hey, we're all together. Huh?
Yes. Now, what brings you all to Jeddah?
We're searching for a lost planet. Tanalorr, you ever heard of it?
It's on the other side of a deadly nebula called the Kobo Abyss.
Well, our archives are far from complete, but I'm sure Master Cordova's up to the task.
With pleasure.
The trouble is, we're not the only ones looking for this place.
I knew this was sounding too easy.
The guy's name is Dagan Gera. He was a Jedi. Now he leads a band of raiders on the Outer Rim. There's an old temple there. Dagan intends to reclaim it.
A Jedi temple out of the reach of the Empire could mean that there's information there that we don't have in the archive.
I believe I have something. Oh, you're too kind, BD. I'll start with the bad news.
Oh, boy. This guy knows his audience.
I found no information related to crossing the Kobo Abyss. However, I found 2 mentions of this Dagan Gera. He had a retreat on Kobo, and records show him frequently visiting a laboratory on its moon.
Okay, we'll check him out.
If you find anything, bring it to me. I am happy to assist further.
Thank you. Both of you.
You're welcome, Cal. I hope you find what you're searching for.
May the Force be with you.
And with you.
现在呢？
I will escort you back to the Mantis.
So you're not joining us?
I cannot.
要回去了。
So where are we headed first? Back to Kobo? Or its moon?
先从熟悉的地方开
check
始
out。the High Republic settlement first.
Yeah, let's scope it out. Dagan Gera was bound to leave something behind. Ready to roll out when you are.
Cordova said he found you while he was seeking other Jedi survivors.
Yes. Hard to believe that fate brought us together once again after all this time.
Could have used that luck when we were hunting for the holocron.
I know. Luck or fate. I'm just happy my master is alive and here with us.
Yeah.
I'm determined as ever to tend to the Jedi legacy and resist the Empire. Have a look around the archive, Cal. We'll talk later.
我想我也看不懂，我不是星战迷。
The archive is growing, but there is still much work to do.
I'll leave you to it.
Ah, Cal. I was hoping we could speak about something. There is a site, quite an ancient one at that, in the northern desert. I visited it during my early days on Jeddah, before the Empire's presence grew.
What kind of site?
One built by those who revered Force users. We know little about them, but I found the experience quite fascinating. Perhaps you will too.
We'll check it out.
Cal, my friend, have you made the acquaintance of Sister Task?
Don't think I have.
You ought to introduce yourself. She's our chief archivist, and though I doubt she'd admit it, she seems eager to meet you.
I'll stop by.
Very good. Just remember to mind your manners. She's Narcus through and through.
I've Have you explored any of the ruins on Jeddah?
I have. Quite fascinating. Though my research was cut short due to the growing Imperial presence. Now it's too risky to venture outside, and we send communications only when absolutely necessary. That is why I could not tell you that I returned, my friend. My sincerest apologies.
We're just glad you're okay.
Please, let me know how your field research expedition goes, my friends.
Hater.
Force is with me.
好像都不能对话，那可以爬吗？不行。
I suppose you have both studied Oisin's lemma?
Yes, sister.
Indeed, sister.
Then perhaps you will explain to me the paradox of the fifth book.
Oisin explores the antinomy of enlightenment. It's a paradox about the inevitability of cycles.
Explain.
Enlightenment is defined as cycle breaking. But, per the canons, to be enlightened is to suffer the cycle. The more we strive to break the cycle, the more we embody it. But in accepting it, we become enlightened, thereby breaking the cycle.
Indeed. And what do you make of this?
今天晚上不会播，
You can't reason your way to true enlightenment.
所以有很长时间可以看。
The lemma has confounded scholars for centuries, but to you its meaning is clear.
Well...
Recall the canons. There is no truth but the truth of all things. There is no knowledge but the force of all others. Brother, perhaps you should revisit the fifth book. And while you're there, revisit the preceding books as well.
Yes, sister.
Uh-huh. 这里有什么吗？好像没有。有啊，我可能漏了。
Don't forget what Sister Task says. Behind every good archive is a good filing system.
Inspiring.
这里啊。
Must have been here for centuries.
搜刮别人家。再不能开。
Terminal will have to wait.
应该就这样了。
The spirit withers before the force of others. Didn't the first tract say, the life force blooms?
Perceptive.
They're completely incompatible.
We seek universal truth, brother. If one tablet says withers, and the other says blooms, neither is universal, by definition. So we ask, what do they have in common?
What do they have in common, brother?
That you ought to be reading them. No more dithering.
直播卡了，等一下，好像也不用等，这边也没东西，就慢慢走。好的 ，See you。
Master Cordova requested a translation of a later form of the allocution.
Which form?
The plain song, brother.
Curious. Very well. Furnish him with the latest reduction.
It isn't my place, brother, but I must request clarification. Why are we granting such a request? The ancients forbid sharing our rituals with outsiders.
The ancients were not driven underground by armored invaders. Times have changed. Besides, he is here on Master Junta's auspices. Not an Arcus, I'll grant you, but hardly an outsider. Do as you are instructed.
Yes, brother.
Hey, this is a good find.
继续乱搜刮，看来前面还不能过。这边还有支线，在外面。
You know, I never thought you'd end up as a librarian, Seer.
And I never thought you'd settle down and run a saloon. That's quite a change of pace. And a lot of responsibility.
You know, I age like a fine Alderanian wine. I know it's been a minute since you've seen me in action, but old greasy money only gets better with age.
True. You running any sabacc tables?
No, I am done with gambling. Done with it. Forever.
Well, I'm proud of you, Grease.
Can it before you make me blush?
Glad you didn't have to fly through that storm. So, how's it feel to be piloting the Mantis again?
Like being home.
Then why the long face?
It's been too long. My pilot instincts are all off.
I know how hard it is trying to relearn skills you put to the side.
I guess so, huh? Still, I regret ever walking away from the Mantis. Keep thinking I'm gonna slip up.
You walked away when you needed to. I know you'll pick it back up in no time.
Okay. You're a good friend, Cal. This new arm is gonna make piloting a little different. But I'll get there. I hope.
So good to see you, Marin. What brings you to Jeddah?
I came across a group during my travels. Their goal is to hide Force sensitives from the Empire. Have you ever heard of the Hidden Path?
Sister, were you persuaded by the fifth corollary?
Persuaded? Perhaps not, though I was moved. The poetry was inspired. Tragically, it failed, fatally, to present a consistent ontology.
I may need to revisit it.
Hail, Jedi Knight. I am called Sister Task.
I'm Cal.
Word of your arrival has spread quickly, Noble One. Master Junda holds you in high esteem.
Seer and I have been through a lot together.
Jeddah is brimming with lost artifacts related to your order, among other traditions. Should you happen upon any scrolls or other objects of interest, I would gladly exchange some of the treasures I've unearthed for them.
I'll let you know if I find anything.
We are in your debt, Noble One. Seer tells me you were trained in the Jedi Temple on Coruscant.
Up until I became Master Tapal's Padawan. Then we went off to serve in the Clone Wars.
Do you think of your life on Coruscant much?
Sometimes, it's like a dream.
And yet it is not.
That life, it's so long ago. So much has happened since then. Most days it feels like it happened to someone else.
I think I understand, a little. Thank you. It was not my intention to bring up bad memories.
It's okay, sister.
I hold many curios for you, Outlander.
好像没有功能性的东西。
Yes, that suits you, noble one.
你确定？
I'll grab this one.
Thank you. The knowledge you've saved is invaluable.
Gonna go with this one.
The wisdom you've recovered is a boon to us all. That would
这
naturally
是塑钢
attract
吗
you.？
硬塑型材料感觉就是塑钢、废金属，然后也没有比较便宜。
Can't go wrong with this.
That was fated for you.
I meant to ask.
You are curious to learn more about the masked hermits helping your mentor, hmm?
I am.
We are the Narcus Anchorites. We study and venerate the Force as it manifests through knowledge.
You're scholars?
We gather knowledge, much like other scholars, yes. But our labor is driven by the belief that knowledge expresses universal truth. Through wisdom, we seek to perceive the formless pattern of the Force. Do you understand?
I understand describing the Force as a formless pattern, although that isn't my perception of it.
Indeed. Nor do we experience the Force as you do, Noble One.
What do you think? Change your style?
这些看起来都很磨手，还是原本的？选原本的，不对，这也是改过的。这一开始的也是金属，这些颜色好像都太浮夸了。 然后这个就挺花时间，不过现在没人看。这是荧光棒吧？我觉得把主要改成金属色以外的都太浮夸了。
You're the traveler. Have you found any systems outside the Empire's reach?
Not that I have come across.
There are countless ruins scattered across the high desert. One of them could be a perfect safe house for the path.
这个好像是可以爬上去的东西，只是现在不能用。对。所以这里不能过。这有什么用吗？哦。看来是另一条离开的路。
Won't you look at that?
这好像也不能算离开的路，这里下去应该会摔死。
The way is sealed, Outlander. I'm sorry, Jedi. The gate must remain closed. Imperial patrols have been spotted in the region.
I understand.
前方很危险，暂时不能走，但实际上完全没有东西。
The patrols should pass soon. When they do, you will be free to come and go as you please.
这应该是沙漠中的交通工具，记得是浮空运行的，电影里面好像是这样，可能之后会用到吧。毕竟这里都做出来了，应该之后会有剧情。这是什么？看来就是些废料。
Report, sister.
We spotted 2 more patrols on the ridge.
What was their heading?
Back south. They narrowly missed one of our Wayhouse caches.
The sandstorm has favored us. It likely obscured any signs of passage. Mark the horizon. Contact me if they double back.
Yes, brother.
Ah, noble Jedi. Welcome to our archive.
Thanks. It's impressive. What are you working on?
Just studying these totems, recovered from nearby ruins. Many relics have survived the ages, but lifetimes spent unshielded from the desert have scattered much wisdom to the sands.
I hope you find what you're looking for.
Nobody ever learned by finding what they were looking for. Only by choosing to look for the right things. But you know as much, Enlightened One. Seer speaks highly of you, you know.
She gives me a lot of credit.
Perhaps, but then she is not one to inflate the truth. We Narcus might say that the two of you are united by a concordant thread.
You'll have to explain that one.
Fibers are strongest when braided into rope, yes? Her strength is yours, and vice versa. You understand?
Think so. I've learned a lot from Seer.
That much is evident.
点乐色 RPG 主角，这里应该就这样。哎，还有条，不对啊，他不是说这个路不能走？还是我可以洗他脑？不能。还是这一颗？不对，看来真的要晚点才能开。只是目前没有能力，不是目前没有缺能力来经过这一条路，就只是他把我们挡住而已。 所以地图上就显示那边是可以过的。地图可能不会判断剧情，不是剧情，就是这些小支线任务导致你不能过的状况。
Force is with me.
无法快速移动，好吧。
Come on, buddy.
那我们下次再继续玩。不对，这里不能传出去的话，代表我不能自己去刷上一个星球的那些点，那些卡顿到爆的东西。 只能下次直播完之后再去刷。算了，就还是先播到这边吧。那感谢有来看直播的观众，我们下次见，拜拜。